Hey you guys, so I just wanted to make a video talking about why I just don't respect the police anymore, and I've been holding this video off for around 3 weeks now, but I can't just sit back in silence about this anymore. This is something that needs to be called out because at the end of the day, the way that the police act and handle things is absolutely unacceptable and should not be brushed under the rug or ignored by society like it currently is. Uh, Now, before I actually start getting into the details, I just want to ask that you all please just refrain from jumping to any final conclusions until you've actually watched the whole video. I have had way too many cases over the years of someone watching one of my videos part way through and then jumping to a completely wrong and brain dead assumption because they didn't hear the rest of what I had to say, and it just always leads to a mentally draining argument or explanation in the comments, and I just don't want that happening with this video. This video is very important to me. I don't want to have to go through that again. It's annoying. It's mentally draining, and I just yeah, I just don't want to deal with it. Okay, so some of the things I'm going to say in this video are going to either make no sense or just make me look like some delusional moron who has no clue how the world works until you hear the rest of what I have to say, especially in the beginning. So, anyways, getting into the actual video now, the breaking point that I've had with the police is the fact that they decided to arrest me back in March. Just a reminder, listen to the whole video before jumping to conclusions. Uh, but anyways, the reason this made me lose respect for the police, even though this was legally justified, although not morally, is because of the fact that the police have chosen to completely ignore me when I try to tell them about what type of stuff I go through at home. You might remember me making a video late last year talking about how I told an officer about how my mom's cousin threatened to tase me for literally just crying. And you may also remember the fact that the police officer pretty much did not care and refused to even make a report about it. I think you can see where I'm getting at here. That was just the tip of the iceberg, right? I've had a lot more stuff go down beforehand, and even just a couple of months after the fact, my mom herself came after me with a taser for closing her door during an argument. Basically, I was just getting annoyed. I didn't want to listen to her anymore, so I just went to her room, closed her door, and started to walk away. Literally the only thing I did. Not even 5 seconds later, she starts coming after me with a taser, and literally backs me into a corner, and probably would have actually tased me if I didn't pick up a chair and hold it between us. Uh, this is the type of shit, no, the type of abuse I have to go through all the time at my house. Although ever since I got back from juvie, I will say it has toned down a lot, but still, I'm not gonna keep silent about this. But when I repeatedly tell multiple officers about these things, maybe only like a couple of days after it happens, they basically don't even listen to me and won't even write a report about it, right? And like I understand that the situation is over already, so there's no real point in arriving at the scene, like guns blazing, trying to arrest someone over it, like. But you're really going to refuse to even write a report about it? Like, seriously, and you may be wondering, why don't you tell them right after it happens? Well, there's a few problems with that. One, I don't have any transportation. Two, I don't have a phone. Well, I do have a phone, but it doesn't have service, and I don't have internet on it. My mom makes it so the router blocks out my phone when it tries to connect to the internet, so I can't really call the police and tell them when it happens. I can't really drive to them. I don't have a license, and even if I did, again, we don't have a car. There's literally nothing I could do. So yeah, but wait, when I unplug the internet router and my mom calls the police to bitch to them about that, I'm the one having a bunch of reports written up about me. And when I finally snap after years of putting up with abuse, right? Like, I'm the one who needs to be told how to act towards people. I'm the one who has what little freedom I already have. Really, kids just lack freedom and rights in America in general. I'll make a video about that, but I'm the one who has what little freedom I already barely have as a kid just ripped away from me for a month, and I'm the one with a criminal record, right? So, you just can't ignore one person when they commit a crime, such as, I don't know, child abuse, right? But then arrest another person that decided to finally stand up for themselves. Like, if you're going to arrest one side, you need to be arresting the other as well in this situation. And this is exactly why I don't respect the police anymore. They pick and choose when they want to actually do their job. Protectors of the peace, my ass. The only thing they're protecting is their sensitive egos and easily countable brain cells. And as you can tell already, the police are absolutely horrible at doing their job, but it gets worse because they're not only horrible at their job because they cherry pick when they actually want to do it, because it's also because when they finally do decide they want to do their job, they're complete ass at it. Why am I saying this? Well, because they will literally arrest kids for knocking on their principal's door. You are hearing that 100% correctly. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the story right now. So, when I was locked up, there was this one kid who was there because he needed to talk to his principal about something, but it was the weekend, so he went to his house and simply knocked on his door, right? He just went to his house, knock, 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 waits on his principal to answer the door, right? It's a perfectly reasonable thing. I'm sure any of us can agree. All he wants to do is talk to him about something, especially if it's something important. You can't just be waiting until, like, a few days, or until the day of, right? So I can understand that. So he knocks on the door. The principal then calls the cops on him, and he's literally arrested for that. The police deeming the reason as, oh, he was being menacing. I'm sorry, but since when the actual fuck was simply knocking on someone's door, quote-unquote, being menacing? Do you know how many of us have apparently committed a crime because, like, you can't just be out here knocking on people's doors like that, you know? You guys know that? Like, you can be out here getting arrested for that, you know? And real quick, right? I just want to say, that principal was definitely trying to hide something. Like, literally nobody just calls the police on someone for simply knocking on their door, unless you're up to some shady shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy literally needs to be investigated, because that is just not normal behavior in the slightest. He's trying to hide something, okay? And normally, this is the point that I would be bitching about how, oh, these people are horrible because they're wasting the police's time and clogging up the legal system with a load of BS, but after everything I've seen from the police, I just can't bring myself to defend their time, because they're already wasting their time in the first place. The police are obviously just a bunch of brain-dead idiots with guns and authority that they do not deserve in the slightest. From literally ignoring me when I tell them about the literal abuse I go through, to running up several reports about me for unplugging the internet router, to eventually deciding to arrest me after snapping for years of abuse that, again, I literally told them about to their face and they decided to ignore, to finding out that they arrest people for knocking on a door. I don't respect the police anymore. In fact, I despise them. But anyways, that's really all I've got for today. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell to be notified of when I upload, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.